Welcome everyone to round 4 of Performance Racing League Premier Tire, and we are ready for racing in a place that someone might call even the University of Formula 1. Yes, Silverstone is where F1 was born, but there is nothing quite like Belgium and its excitement that can bring to the spectators and the racing on limit that the drivers can do. Welcome to Spa-Francorchamps, welcome to Belgium, and we are ready for an epic qualifying under rain. This will be super dangerous to do in a track like that in real life, but it's gonna be for sure an exciting qualifying under rain. Hopefully not many drivers will go out, but this will be very fun to watch. So we have Frosty here. Oh, and Frosty already spins on the outlap. This is a proof of how tricky can be in these conditions and in this track. I might say that this track is the worst where you can get caught up in these conditions. Jazz Force is the only one who is trying to go on inters. I don't think is the way to go in. Oh, Frosty spins again. Frosty is struggling like hell. Look how slip the track is. How slippery or slip, I don't know how to say. And then we got Mice Fish also going for the outlap. We are also on the most we're also on the most long track in the whole calendar, so for qualifying they will have to hurry up because they will have and of course make they have no time to make mistakes, because you lose a lot of time here on the outlap, and also we are under rain, so lap times are even slower, so it might be, in terms of lap done, the shortest qualifying of the season. Here we go, our title contender Calces goes for the outlap, and Frosty, I don't think he even started lap, he was struggling very much, and I think he crashed. And he's retired from qualifying. Oh, look at this, is gonna be fun to watch. This is gonna be epic to watch a qualifying like that. Demar starts, he's the first one to start the lap, and let's see on board how it is to drive at Spa-Francorchamps under rain through the Eau Rouge. Is Ramsey coming after him? Yes, he is. He's not gonna beat his time. And so we return to Demar. This might be as well another very tricky part to go under rain. Great car control by Demar. And Turtle Hooper also retires from qualifying, but he's in the pits. So, disaster in qualifying for the Haas boys. And Demar sets also the fastest middle sector. Ramsey can't beat him, and he's coming now to finish his lap. Let's see how the lap time, the medium lap time is under rain in Spa. It could actually be up by 2 minutes, or will it be? Is 1 point, let's see, 1:59.2 is the lap time set by Demar. The two Ferraris on the outlap, and we have also Dr. Flicken on outlap, who is on an actual lap. Ramsey hasn't completed. Oh, I think I thought it was a lap. It was actually an out lap, Ramsey. His teammate got his lap invalidated. Damar is the only one who completed the lap. Half of the grid is still on the out lap. Maybe they were all watching Damar to see if full wets were the way to go. Let's go on the two Red Bulls of JustForce and Aiden Jones. JustForce, I think, yeah, JustForce who had very much. Oh, he's going very wide at the last corner to start the lap. JustForce had 2 or even 3 contacts with Calces at the Japan Grand Prix. And Calces at that Grand Prix, at the last Grand Prix 1 week ago, finished at P13, and Victor took the lead of the championship. The McLaren driver, reigning champion, is now P2. We're now with JustForce on the lap. First sector is fastest than anyone. Let's see how his teammate Aiden Jones can do. He's not gonna beat his teammate lap time. Lamar's with almost 10 minutes to go is the only one who set a lap. Oh, JustForce nearly losing the car. This I think it will cost him much in terms of time. He's coming now to the last part of the middle sector. Ramsey 2 tenths slower than Damar. He places his Williams in P2, but only 2 drivers with like, and we're like 6-7 minutes into qualifying. Damar at the middle sector now to go quickest also there. Great lap so far from Damar. His teammate won't beat him even in the middle sector. I say Damar, I mean JustForce. Ollie Thatcher goes onto provisional pole, stonking lap by the Alpha Tauri driver, 158.7. Now can JustForce beat his time? He went quickest in the first 2 sector. What about the third sector? Is going to pole position, but with a very slight margin. So it wasn't the best of the final sectors for JustForce. That's now we'll have to return to the pits and go actually for what could potentially be the last run. You haven't got a lot of time under rain here in the longest circuit of the calendar. Very few tries in qualifying. Victor is P3. What about Calces? Calces, he's in the pits. I don't know why. Steinman got a broken front wing. Dr. Flick coming now at the last corner. And goes into pole position. 1/10 up. JustForce. Dr. Flick takes pole. Steinman goes into the pits. And there we have Micefish, who gets his lap invalidated and goes into the wall. Luckily, he's at the last corner, so he can enter the pits and avoid to do the whole lap with the broken front wing. Tambar comes at the last corner to go P6. Is anyone on the lap? Yeah, very. No, I think Damar is on the out lap, yes, and match guys out there are coming into the pits, yeah. No, Dr. Flick is going for another lap. He improved in the first sector, so I think he's trying to avoid the traffic, I think. Let's see if he can improve also in the middle sector. Oh, very risky there on the track limits. And he goes quickest, and by half a second. What a super lap that Dr. Flick is putting on. This could be actually superb. If you can keep that into the last sector. He's gonna beat on the grass. I don't know if it was on purpose or not. Dr. Flick coming at the last corner for what could be qualifying deciding lap, but he comes into the pits. Why? I don't know. Oh, just force into the wall and retired and out of pole position contention. I think that was on the slowdown lap. So that is even more an heartbreak for the for Jasper. And only Thatcher. Oh, he's gone into the wall. Has he gone into the wall? That will be a shame because he also did a super middle sector. Let's see if... No, I think he has no grip. Tambar goes P1. The track... yeah, I think the track is becoming more... it's becoming drier. Yeah, Tambar struggled here on the first corner. Maybe now the Inters are good. Smashfish is the only one with half the grid hasn't done the lap yet. Calces is still in the pit. Let's see. No, Ankbank is still going out with full wets. And Dr. Flick, yes, with Inters. That's why he entered the pits before. Yeah, I don't think Tambar is gonna improve. I mean he's on the slowdown lap, so of course he's not gonna improve. And here we are with Damar, who got his lap invalidated. What about Ramsey? Yeah, he's pushing. But for entering into the pits, put on a set of Inters and go for the final hunt for pole. I actually don't know if he's gonna have time. Damar, I don't think so. And this could be a great chance for Dr. Flick there to take pole position. Oh, Rusty. We lost Rusty Oil Can. This is now gonna be interesting. Yeah, Tambar is... I think for sure is not gonna have a chance. I don't know. No, maybe... No, actually he could have a chance, like everyone else who entered the pits before. And only Thatcher goes on the outlap. Still with full wets. I think Calces has some sort of penalty or something like that. Dr. Flick still staying into the pits. He should come out in a few moments. But so far we have only Micefish and Flick who returned into full wets. Wow. Here we got Victor. Here we are with Victor, championship leader, and he also has full wets. Tambar goes into on Inters. So it's gonna be a really interesting ending to a really interesting qualifying. But so far no one is going out. They have 3 minutes to go. 3 minutes is not a lot around there. If you wanna take an extra minute on your lap, maybe to warm the tires. I think Tambar is coming out. No, Tambar is staying in. Dr. Flick is on the outlap. Wow, we got 6 drivers on 18 who retired already on qualifying. Yeah. I wonder if anyone is gonna get the flag before starting lap. No, what I'm saying. No. Sorry guys, no one. Victory is like on the middle sector and there are like 2 minutes to go, so definitely not. But Tambar, yes, he's at risk. He's very much at risk. Wow. Tambar is very much at risk. He's gonna. Kalsas retired. He's not gonna make a lap. Yeah, I think he has some sort of penalties for the contacts with Just Force last weekend. Oh, Calces on the grass, and this could be crucial. This can be crucial for sorting out if he will make the lap or not. Also, Dr. Flick will for sure start his lap. And Tambar, he's at risk, he's very much at risk, he needs to push. But he could make it, there is 1 minute to go. I mean, Dr. Flick starts his lap now. Let's see if Inters or Wets are good. But I see now Tambar on the minimap. Yeah, he should make it. He should make it. So no risks for Tambar to don't start the lap, but he actually went pretty close. Dr. Flick starts his lap. Victor is improving, only Thatcher is improving. And Thatcher goes P1. His teammate, he has improved, but he's not the quickest into the first sector. Welcome everyone who has just joined. Let's see if Tambar choice was right. Aiden Jones moves up into P3. Yeah, the track has dried a bit. Ankbank retired. What about Victor? He's improving, yeah. It's not any Inter's condition, but the track has definitely got better since the start of the qualifying. Victor coming now at the final corner. I think he will get pole position, but they're pretty much, everyone is pretty much on the same boat there. They all can improve very much because the track has dried out. So Victor gets pole position, but who is the Alpine on the main straight? Steinman goes P2. He doesn't beat Victor. So let's see if Tambar got grip. Oh, it doesn't seem so. Yeah, he spins and is qualifying over for Tambar. Now let's see only Thatcher. Oh, Thatcher! He has gone wide and yeah, he's qualifying over. Also for him, Dr. Flick goes P2. Pole position could be once again for Victor. Also, but Hidden Jones is just half a second behind. Top 7 is all in half a second, and Hidden Jones got his lap invalidated. Is I think a back-to-back pole or a third consecutive pole maybe for Victor, who is in a really great shape in this last Grand Prix, in this last race weekends. And Victor takes pole position in his home race at Spa-Francorchamps. Great job from the Ferrari driver. Great job from Dr. Flick, who was 7, who's by a very slight margin behind Victor, and very close to still in pole position. Yo, what is the weather looking like for from the main race? Wet. Oof. Oh, hi Nico. We got Nico Gender in the chat. Welcome everyone. Victor taking pole in his home race. And 5 drivers didn't set time. Victor is in a... Oh my god, what happened? That was my trophy, guys. So like nothing. Victor is in a really great shape in this first races of the season, considering that he didn't participate on round 1 in Bahrain, and he takes pole in his own Grand Prix. Let's see. I think it will be someone in the chat. I think Nico was saying that the race will also be wet. So anyone in the chat knows why Calces didn't make the lap? Has he got some penalties? Nico, we commented together last week, so maybe you know. Oh, thanks, Turtle. So guys, Turtle Hooper in the chat is saying that him and Calces had qualifying bans. Hey Matti, loving your work as always. Hopefully back with you next week. Oh yeah, I'm I will be ready next week to comment with you. Why weren't you available this? Oh no, is your business. Sorry, I'm not asking. So 5 lappers tomorrow, Nico. What you saying? If you're free, of course. So now the drivers will have 2 minutes to set the strategy and everything else for the race. And we wait there. And it's raining also in the race. Mechanics crew animations are the best, literally. Oh my god, guys. I'm imagining Codemaster saying, yeah, let's put the mechanics like that, no one will see. I'm praying that F1 23 will be better, but in 10 seconds the race will be underway. The formation lap will be underway in a super weekend on a wet Spa-Francorchamps. What a nice camera angle to see the start. Without irony, it's the best. So Victor leading all the pack for the formation lap. Very few laps is the race with the I think the less laps on the calendar. Oh, we are on Inters. In qualifying everyone was on full wets. Now we are on Inters, but has anyone gone on to full wets? No, everyone is on Inters. No one risking to go into full wets. But I actually think the race will go dry. It doesn't seem like it's about to get rainier. Clouds slowly disappearing, and G Inns has has quitted the session, but G... Oh, here it is. He crashed. I think he crashed. I think it might stop raining. Gonna be a mixed race. Yeah, I think for sure. I think this could be another thing to improve in F1 23. Track conditions are scripted, but what I intend by scripted, like every time it rains in like Inters conditions, on an Inters tire conditions, at half the race it always dries out. There are very few times where like the race is all under the rain. It hasn't happened in a while, at least to me. So, but maybe it will be different today, I don't know. So, save my words, rain is gonna stop like from lap 11, rain is gonna stop. So, Victor comes at the final corner. Jeans has come back. Car still ghosted. Lol. And we are ready. This is gonna be fun, guys, I promise. It's gonna be one of the best races of the season. Spa under rain, couldn't ask for more. Ines and G Ines are coming on the grid. The Jeans doesn't seem to have returned to the lobby, and we're ready. We're ready to go. The lights are on. 3, 4, and 5. And away we go. Not the best camera angle to see the start, honestly. Victor gets a great reaction, but Julie McQueen on the outside, on the grass, takes the lead after a epic start. Victor is in P2, the other Alpine of Steinmeier is now wheel to wheel with Victor, but gives up the position. Oh, I'm scared for it here, Ruse now. I'm scared. Steinmeier now gets a great exit, but as well also Victor does. Victor gets attacked on the outside by Steinman. Is an Alpine 1-2 here in Spa-Francorchamps. Steinman attacks his teammate, goes on the inside and takes the lead. Wow, what a start by the Alpine. I need to see later on the places that they gained, but truly McQueen made an mega move on the outside. On the first corner, Aiden Jones goes wide and is now attacked on the outside by Tambar. They're now wheel to wheel. Kals has got a great start, is now P11. But Aiden Jones gives up the position to the McLaren driver. Truly McQueen went on the grass to overtake both Victor and Dr. Flick. Dr. Flick has went all the way down to P6. And now Dr. Flick seems to... Aiden Jones seems to be struggling a bit for grip. Not much, but a bit. And the Alpines are now setting a 1-2. What an exciting first lap in this Spa-Francorchamps race. Red Bulls are dropping. And Steinman with an healthy lead on Truly McQueen. 1 second already. 1 second. So great start. Great start. Oh, Dr. Flick has gone all the way into P7. Just Force on the outside. Will they make through clean? Just Force still in P8, but gets a good exit on the outside out of turn 1. But Dr. Flick hasn't given up yet. Let's see what kind of exit can he gain. Is a super exit, and he will for sure retake the place on this straight. Also Micefish, yeah, Red Bull, not the best start for Red Bull. Micefish, will he try the launch? No, it's too risky. It's too risky, like the move that Just Force was trying to do. Calces is on the charge. Yes, he did a great first lap also. Alpine 1-2 with Steinman, who is doing very great laps, 1 second and a half, and if he can keep going like this, I think if he doesn't make any mistakes, he can be chill that no one is gonna attack him, I think, for the rest of the stint. But this is wet Spa, so it's very difficult to not make mistake. Victor is hanging on good. He's still in P3, doing what he needs to do, not taking any risk. He's still in the championship lead, I think. Using a bit of his battery, but is that team play actually for Alpine? Because Trey McQueen isn't using very much battery, maybe for holding up Victor. And no one did incidents, so also clean first lap. This is also a good thing. Of course, not doubting of the capabilities of any one of these drivers, but you know, at Spa in the rain, I thought someone would have actually crashed. Anyone has crashed so far, so good. And we got Victor now. And Moisefish very close now for trying another move on Jaspers on the main straight. Isn't risking it there, but gets... Oh, maybe he got a warning by taking the corner in that way. I wanna actually see the place swap. Truly McQueen moved up up 4 places, Steinmine 2 places. Victor was on pole, now is in P3. Oh, Ramsey gets 3 seconds time penalty. Dr. Flick drops 5 places. Ollie Thatcher 2 places. The Red Bulls? No, they haven't fall down, the Red Bulls. Like someone in the chat was saying. I don't remember who. The Eden Jones moved up 2 places, and Just Force remained the same. Into the same place. So, Steinman has like 13% less battery than his teammate, but they're clearly playing a team game there. And Victor has... oh my god, that was close. Victor has half the battery. He has been using much, I think, to try overtake the Alpine in front of him. Let's see some backpack action. We got there Turtle Hooper who had a qualifying ban. Oh, his teammate's Frosty entering the pits. I think he has damage. And Dr. Flick passes Jaspers. Oh, it's Jaspers who was trying to pass Dr. Flick. Damar has retired into turn 1. So Jaspers there putting under pressure Dr. Flick, but slipstream effect is slipstream effect is pretty much down at 0 in raining conditions, but track is clearly drying out. So I think maybe at the end of the first stint we will be going into slicks. And Victor still can't manage to pass Truly McQueen as we return with Jaspers. Dr. Flick actually struggling with power. So Jaspers, if he can manage to regain a bit, he can have a great chance on the AlphaTauri driver. Braking very deep into the corner to gain as much grip as possible and as much time as possible to the driver ahead. Ahead we have the same situation inverted, an AlphaTauri pushing the a Red Bull. We seem to struggle. Oh yeah, he's lagging very much. Eden Jones, this could be dangerous actually. And Victor very close to Truly McQueen. Victor was like 2 tenths behind the Alpine of Truly McQueen, who has managed to let his teammate gain 3 seconds in a very good looking race for the Flying Dutchman, Steinmine. We got there Calces who can't manage to get past Moisefish. Will he manage now into Eau Rouge? He's gonna need all of his talent to make a charge on these conditions. He's coming very close even without battery. So if he can use his battery in the most proper way, he has great chances to overtake Moisefish. Oh, nearly losing the car there. Then if he will manage to overtake Micefish, there will be Just Force and Dr. Flick waiting to battle with him. Using, let's see in what parts of the track he uses ERS. They've dropped back quite a bit Rusty Elkin and Frosty. Frosty, he entered the pits before, also got a penalty. Oh, Calces is now 1 second behind Micefish. Using again very much battery. Micefish has like half a battery. Victor! Yeah, both Victor and Only Thatcher getting very close to the drivers in front onto the last main straight. But Victor now has his chance. He lets Truly McQueen go wide. Nearly loses the car. But now he has a great chance. He has like, only 10%. Truly McQueen 20%. Steinman 50%. This is strategically talking a very good thing for Steinman. They're pretty much on the same boat, here speaking, and Tambar is looking also to make the move. Is this Calces lap? No, not yet. It's clear that his overtaking spot will definitely be the straight after the Eau Rouge. But he needs to enter better the Eau Rouge in order to be more close and take all the slipstream to overtake him. And this is a very interesting group so far. Also Ines is ahead of Ramsey because he has a 3-second time penalty. Oh, Ramsey goes wide. And Ince on the outside. Great move. I think Ramsey backed off a bit because he's trying to come back, but Ince takes the place with no chance of answer from Ramsey, who is now being attacked also from Turtle Hooper. Let's say turn ahead. Let's see if Victor can catch now Truly McQueen. He's actually closer. Is this a strategy? Closer, I mean more far than before. And Just Force gets past Dr. Flick. He might have gone for a move at the last chicane. Micefish takes the occasion and says thank you and moves up into P8. Dr. Flick is not having the best of races. This is now a golden occasion also for Calces to move up into P9. Oh, Victor dropped back 1 second meanwhile, but still Calces too far to make the move, and Dr. Flick is coming back at Micefish, going in on the outside. Will Calces try to make the move now? Now it's very close. Great chance for the McLaren. He has a look on the outside. But that made him lose time. So yeah, now Calces is stuck in this slipstream train, I will call, who ends with him and starts with 8 engines. And we get there in a very comfortable margin so far. 4 seconds. Our race leader, Steinman. Victor seems that he's backing off to regain some battery. Ooh! Calces tries to do something different at the last chicane. He's 79 on the battery. Dr. Flick is on 27. Dr. Flick that he's been struggling since the start of the race in these conditions. Wow, great exit from Calces. This is now time for him to move up into P9. He's closing. He might actually get a risk, but no. He doesn't want to risk anymore after the bad race he had last week. Oh, Dr. Flick lagging. He has the ghosted car. He crashed. No, his game he isn't crashed. But now this could make Calces as well lose very much time from Micefish and the guys in front. Speaking of Micefish, I'm very close to Just First. We're there in a Red Bull sandwich with Thatcher. Oh! Oh! And Indian Jones goes into the wall. Oh! Who is that? It's Tambar! It's Tambar! Who has gone wide. This could create a bit of chaos there on track. Tambar lets Thatcher pass and oh! And blocks actually Just Force, who might be under threat from Micefish. Oh, this is very confused now. Everyone is also lagging. Tambar have gone wide. Just Force have gone into the wall. And is being attacked now by Micefish, who attacks him on the outside. They're now wheel to wheel. They will go wheel to wheel into the Air Rouge. No, Micefish isn't doing a Mark Webber move there. He will try to go for the obvious move on the straight. Tambar now looking to take back the position on Thatcher. He's on the outside. Breaks late. Thatcher holding that, but not by long. And he stays ahead. Tries the switchback, fails it. And Tambar stays in P5. Behind 8 engines. Jaspers is having great exits out of the last corner, but can't quite make the move. And the driver in front. Calces is still stuck in P10. Two times behind only Thatcher. Oh, Tambar. Oh, Tambar! He has gone into the wall and he has retired. I wonder if he had some broken front wing or something, but it's the second retirement today and we have got full safety car. Steinman comes into the pits. Trulli McQueen comes into the pits. Oh, everyone coming into the pits for what tire? For new Inters. Inters are still the way to go. And Trulli McQueen was actually very far from him, so no time losing for the double stack. Micefish stays out and puts his car in an Alpine sandwich, but he will have to pit or he will be in big trouble. So while we have a safety car condition, I'm gonna go to take a glass of water and I'm back in a minute, guys. back with you guys. So, what we got there? Everyone except Mice Fish and Jeans pitted, but these two will have for sure. We'll have to for sure to pits into the next laps. So now everyone will be back on full battery. And Steinman, the safety car have blown Steinman lead over Mice Fish. Over, sorry, Trilly McQueen. A lead that has been built with strategy. Trilly McQueen wasn't using his battery, also risking to drop the place to Victor to hold the Ferrari up and let Steinman go away with it. Oh! Only Thatcher! Safety car drama! Safety car drama! I think he had contact with Jazz Force. Yeah. Oh, this is gonna be very much discussed in the steward's room. Can maybe he will be a bit pissed off for this incident, but can someone in the chat who maybe have his Discord say to him to come into the chat and explain what happened? I am curious. Safety car drama there. Maybe Nico, can you do that? Only Thatcher just did George Russell. We got Cast Druid. So can you write him on the Discord and tell him maybe to come into the chat and explain what happened? An interview. Like they do on Sky Sport. On Sky Sport Italy, at least. An interview during the race. So if Castered, if you can do that, I will be grateful. So maybe safety car will be coming into this lap. And I think he had contact with Jazz Force because Jazz Force I saw him go off the track. So if he is like Cast Druid said, that Thatcher done a George Russell safety car in this lap meanwhile. So if he's like he said, it means that Thatcher accidentally got alongside him and hit him. I wonder if Jazz Force has some damage. Safety car in this lap. Now let's see if Mice Fish will be an enemy for Trilly McQueen, because he's gonna hold him up with older tires a bit, and Victor could make a move. Victor is protected by Jeans, who is crashed, who is game crashed. So he has the ghosted car, so pretty much no protection at all. And Steinman restarts the race now. First half of the race done, half of the race to go, and we are underway after the safety car. Trilly McQueen goes on the inside of Mice Fish, and and Mice Fish tries to hold it on the outside. I mean on the inside, but Trilly McQueen takes the place. I reached out to Thatcher. Oh. So it was a contact with Pac-Delta. Oh, no, you aren't in the race. And what did Thatcher say? Oh, with Will. Aiden Johnson, with James, who has the ghosted car. Calces has got lucky with the safety car, and he now is in P7 I'm gonna read the comments. Oh, we have gone from 15 to 18 comments in a nanosecond. So Steinman back with that satisfying lead he had before. Now Victor will have to clear Marsfish very soon. Not much for Truly McQueen, who will be very hard to overtake, but for Calces, who is coming, Aiden Jones has the penalty, so he's virtually ahead of him. If Calces can manage to get ahead on track of the Red Bull and then on track also of Victor, it will be maximum damage limitation. Let's read the comments. Hit brake pedals stopped working, it seems. He said brake pedaled went no. Oh, okay. So brake pedals issue caused a safety car drama there, and thanks to Chaos Druid for reaching on Thatcher and asking him what happened. So it's 2 seconds. It's 2 seconds the lead that Steinman has on Truly McQueen. And Victor still has to find a way to clear the Mercedes. He should have way more grip there at the Eau Rouge. But Marsfish is doing quite a good job. Ramsey takes another 3-second penalty. Calces now has a great slipstream on Aiden Jones. If he can find a way to overtake him, it will be game on between him and Victor. Another safety car, and we got another safety car for an Alfa Romeo, I think. No, we got another safety car and we don't know for what. But no, Jeans has retired. Yeah, Jeans crashed and retired. So another safety car. Another occasion for Calces and for everyone in general. Also, good news for Steinman, who will have, of course, another 1 or 2 or 3 free leading laps. But it's still an Alpine 1-2 in this race. Rusty takes a drive-through penalty. Now this is Elite PRL Racing. Elite PRL Racing. So if you if you don't have to do errors at Spa-Francorchamps, imagine at Spa-Francorchamps in the rain. And it's top tire racing. The fact that 14 drivers are still in this tricky rainy race, which I actually thought in the beginning that the track was gonna be dried out by the beginning of the second stint, but still not. So so this is actually unpredictable. This was actually unpredictable from Cone Masters, but maybe it will dry up by the end of the race, which will give us a very interesting ending to Run 4 of PRL Premier Tire. So the race classification right now is Steinman P1, Truly McQueen P2, Marsfish P3, Victor, and race classification with penalties. Aiden Jones will drop down to P11 with a Carlos Sainz moment, and Ramsey will remain P12, and Frosty with 12-second time penalty, the biggest penalty in this race, would stay P13. Maybe safety car will be coming up, will be coming in already on this lap. Because when there are too many, then maybe the safety car stays out one lap less. No, it's staying out the second and I think the final lap. So then we have Calces P5, Just for P6, Ints P8, Dr. Flick P9, Tartoluper, Dr. Flick Ints P7, Dr. Flick P8, Tartoluper P9, Aiden Jones P11, Ankbank P12, Ramsey. Oh my god, I'm so confused. Alright, we'll see the classification anyway at the end of the race, guys. So I was trying to calculate the final race classification with penalties. Yeah, this is not good for Aiden Jones, which has a 3 time penalty with the field packed up 2 times in the space of a few laps. Yeah, it is not good for him. Micefish isn't coming in. I wonder what strategy he's adopting. But yeah, for the Red Bull driver, it could actually be down to P11. Now for the Alpine boys, this is a very nice position to be, because they have Micefish, all their tires. Victor was struggling to pass him, and they can go away with their 1-2. I don't think they'll fight, it's too risky. But let's remember that Truly McQueen at the beginning of the race overtook both Victor, Dr. Flick, and then I don't remember who, with an super move. He went a bit on the grass. I wonder if this is gonna be a topic of discussion later in the stewards room. But Truly McQueen did maybe what would we call the best start of the year. Well, the year I don't know, because I joined this league in August. But maybe of the season. Also, season is still long. For those who don't know, we cut the season length by a few races before the early exit this year of F1 23. Oh, one side of the truck of the car was on track, so oh yeah, this was said by Truly McQueen. Hi Truly, and good luck for this final race stint. If you are with us, tell us, are you and Steinman playing the team game? But I think Truly McQueen went back in the race. Are you playing the team game or are you fighting? No, he's warming his tires. He's in the game. We are ready now. Steinman leading the pack. 7 laps to go. Hopefully no more safety cars. And we go now. Lap 16. Let's see who wins it out. Oh, Victor has had a great reaction, but still too far from Micefish to try the move. No one trying the move so far. On the safety car restart, yeah, everyone going through cleanly into turn 1. No one wheel to wheel. Truly McQueen doing the same, conserving battery, and Steinman using that to pull away from Truly McQueen. And Victor still behind Micefish, who is driving an excellent race for having the oldest tires on the grid. At this point, oh, instant Dr. Flick. Oh, they crashed, and they crash. Dr. Flick turns in Ints, And they both going through. Has Dr. Flick gone into wall on? Oh yeah, he has no grip, he has no grip. And now if the first part of the race was clean, now we got some chaos here in Spa-Francorchamps. But it has been still a good race. And meanwhile Calces is now will now take any opportunity to overtake Eden Jones and then go try to catch Victor. Yeah, I was saying before, Macefish hasn't stopped, so great, very great race from him. But he will eventually have to... Do you have a mandatory pit stop to do on Inters? I don't actually think so. I think you can do the whole race with Inters. Here is why he wasn't stopping. Steinmine, fastest lap, not required. Oh. It's not required. It's not required, so... Victor would actually drop from pole position to P4. And Calces, great exit from Calces. Is this enough? It seems so. He's coming closer to Eden Jones. Is this finally time to make the move on the Red Bull driver to take the place also on track? Dr. Flick takes 3-second time penalty. And great move on the outside by Calces, who will have to go on the hunt for his title rival Victor, who is being held up by Macefish. And also Just Force has made the move on Eden Jones. Also Just Force makes the move on Eden Jones. Victor on 54, Macefish also on half of his battery. And Steinmine pulling away once again. Calces doesn't seem that he's closing to Victor. Macefish is now into... Actually, is now below 1 second with Truly McQueen. This is good. Oh, Victor on the outside now of Macefish, which breaks earlier, but gets a great exit out of the last corner. And they will now go wheel to wheel into turn 1. Victor on the outside takes the place. Will Macefish try to go on the outside? That will be a suicidal move. He instead tries the switchback to... maybe he will have a chance onto the main straight, but with those 18 lap older tires I don't think he will have much chances to come back at the Ferrari driver. He's trying to move out of his toe, but I think the fight for podium ends here and Victor wins it. And now Calces, let's see if he will have less trouble to try to make the move on Macefish. Anyways, great race from the Mercedes driver. And Steinmine is 2.4, chasing a win for a Grand Prix that so far has been dominated from the start to the finish, or at least from the start to now. Great team play from the Alpine team. May catch Victor. That will be a mighty drive in these last laps from Calces if he will manage to catch Victor, because he doesn't seem to have very much grip to go catch Macefish. I mean, he has same grip of Macefish, maybe only a bit more. But yeah, now Macefish is clearly struggling with those 18 lap old tires, and Calces can make the move. Let's see what lap times both Victor and Calces are lapping. We got Calces on 150.1, 0.2, 0.3. And Victor 0.7, 0.5 and 0.9. Yeah, so no, wait. Calces on 155. Oh yeah, Victor is going quicker. Victor is going quicker than Ankmank takes another penalty. Victor is clearly going quicker than Calces. So yeah, maybe Calces could maybe get the position on Moist Fish, but then I think it will be too much of a risk. Try to extract the maximum of the car in these conditions in the last laps to try and retake P3. Victor otherwise has a chance to take the place on Truly McQueen, but in the beginning of the race he has been a few laps behind him and actually struggled to take that, and Truly McQueen has 50% more power in the bag. So at least Truly McQueen makes a mistake. Also this fight is decided, but now Victor is half a second behind. This is not this could be actually a crucial moment in the title fight. Victor is gaining another little bit bunch of points on Calces, which is now being attacked by Jasforce. He's very close. If Victor can pass Truly McQueen, which is not an easy task right now, it will be great for the driver standings. Calces coming like a horse at the Mercedes. He would have actually run into his back if he wouldn't have braked, but now he's gonna absolutely destroy Moist Fish on the main straight and go catch the P3 and staying behind Victor, and to minimize the damage even more, while the two Alpines when Steinman is going to take the win with minimum battery usage, and Truly McQueen try in these last laps to take as many risks as many few risks as possible, as many few errors as possible, and complete what will be a very good 1-2 in the constructor standings for Alpine. Now I wonder if Moist Fish can at least defend P5. If not P5, maybe P6, because from P7 to P12 everyone has a penalty. So Moist Fish, if he can hold on to Jasforce, which doesn't seem like the easier of tasks, Jasforce will try now the move and take the place on Moist Fish. Will the Mercedes driver risk to take the place? No. Or yes, maybe. He's still on his back, but no. He's giving up. Now he has great chances to finish P6. How many places did he moved up? 3, so that's actually a very good strategy from him. Yes, dropping rapidly, but from Aiden Jones to Turtle everyone has a penalty, so P6 is still a great result from him. A great drive, I think is the driver of the day. Fights are pretty much over on track. And except this one between Turtle and Aiden Jones. Aiden Jones just made a mistake, and Turtle let's see if he can make the move. Victor still 8 tenths behind for his experience. I don't think he's gonna try a superb move to try ruin the Alpine 1-2. Great pace also from him anyways, and from Calces, who managed to not lose his nerves when he was stuck in that slipstream train, using the safety cars to his advantages, getting good restarts, and moving up all the way to P4. So good drive also from him. Meanwhile, Steinman is using all of his battery to get 100% secure the win. Just for 3-second time penalty, but I think it will stay P5 because Micefish is losing so much time. Maybe Micefish could even drop to P7 because he lost like in one lap 3 seconds, so... But it's also true that Eden Jones is still 1 second behind. So Just First is not gonna drop the place, he's gonna gain that few seconds very easily, I think. Yeah, now he's back in front. And yeah, of course they're fine. Steinman is coming at the last corners, at the last meters of what have been strategic masterclass from the French team. By a good start on lap 1, good restarts with safety car. And now they are coming into the last corners to take a deserved 1-2. Oh, Victor is close to Truly McQueen. Maybe stars are dropping a bit, but no particular risk. Micefish could be overtook by Aiden Jones, but he still has the penalty, the Red Bull driver, so he will still finish ahead of him. Oh, Victor is close. If he can take a nice slipstream and maybe can attack. Let's see how it ends up. But it doesn't seem Victor is a threat for Truly McQueen. Steinman coming at last corners to go to take the checkered flag first at the most prestigious Grand Prix of the calendar. Steinman, the Flying Dutchman, wins the Belgium Grand Prix. Truly McQueen comes home to bring the 1-2 all the way down in France. Sorry. And Micefish, our driver of the day, I think we can all agree, comes home to take a great P6 for him. And Calces moved all the way up to P4. Victor drove a chill race, P3. And then we now wait for Inns to go catch the checkered flag, and we can now see... So we can now see the podium celebrations. Steinman then crosses the line first. For the game, the driver of the day is Calces, but for us I think it's Micefish. I think we can all agree on that. Very fun race once again. Also check out coming up Tier 1 and then Tier 2 for completing the race weekend with Performance Racing League. So this is the final race classification. I hope you enjoyed staying with us. It has been a very fun weekend under rain in Spa-Francorchamps, both in qualifying and in race. See you next week with Premier Tire, and stay safe guys. Also check out Tier 1 coming up, and see you next week.